Hi, if we haven't met, my name is Stephanie. I am so glad to be here and to have a little bit of time with you. We are going to talk today about one of the best coaches of all time. His name is John Wooden, and we are going to go over some things that he would look for in his athletes. And it's not probably what you're thinking. It can apply to any area of your life if you are looking to improve and be a better version of you. If you don't follow me here, I would love for you to follow me along. Hit the subscribe button. We're always adding new content. I am a coach. I am trying to make your life simpler, healthier, and happier. So with that said, let's dive right in. If you don't know who John Wooden is, he was a basketball coach, fantastic basketball coach, and most well known for helping UCLA really build their program. And he would carry a creed around in his wallet. His dad gave it to him when he was 12. And I'm just going to start by reading it to you. Making the most of oneself. Be true to yourself. Make each day your masterpiece. Help others. Drink deeply from good books. Make friendship a fine art. Build shelter against a rainy day. Pray for guidance and give thanks for your blessings every day. Some really good advice, right, for your dad to give to you, and that he carried this around with him from the time he was 12. So when Wooden was recruiting athletes, it's very, very important, right, to build your team. What athletes are you going to have? So he was very good at analyzing players, and it might not be how you would think. So I'm going to list off all 5 of his main things he would look for, and then we'll talk about each one. Number 1, he would look at transcripts. Number 2, family life. 3, a composite evaluation. 4, quickness. And 5, talent. Okay, so number 1 is grades. He would not recruit athletes that did not have good grades. They didn't have to be straight A's, but it was a demonstration to him of their dedication and their work ethic. And he wanted to see that before he invested in these athletes. Family life. This is one of my absolute favorites. So he would look at 3 different areas. He would look at family, faith, and friends. So when he would go for a house visit, he would observe how they treated the family. And actually, he tells a story that he actually went to one recruiting visit at a home. He had the full ride offer to UCLA with him. And the young man was very rude and dismissive to his mom. And he finished up the evening, had a good evening with him, and left. And the assistant coach said, "Hey, coach, you never gave him the offer." And he said, "No, I'm not giving him the offer because of the way that he treated his mom. If he's willing to be disrespectful to her, he's going to be disrespectful to me on the court, maybe some of the other athletes." So I thought that was really profound. Craig and I, when we hire employees, actually our favorite thing to do is to take them on an additional interview at a restaurant. We already know that we want to hire that person if we've gotten to that point, but we are actually observing them to see how they treat wait staff. It tells you a lot about people. There are a lot of people in life that will only be kind to those that they think are going to get them somewhere. I want to work and be surrounded with people that are going to be kind to all people, because we all are important. Your position or financial means doesn't make you better than someone else. And Coach Wooden saw that, and he knew how important it was. Okay, the third one is composite evaluation. So he would actually look at evaluation of 6 coaches. So he would write to the opposing coaches of this athlete to see how they thought that he was as an athlete. And then they would also ask the head coach. So generally your head coach is going to brag about you, but the opposing coach will tell the truth. And if you think about that in work or in school or in life, your peers know if you're really good. If you do play a sport, they know if you're really good. Your boss down the hall, the other boss down the hall, they know if you're really good. And I thought that was so wise. So someone that would technically be your competition, ask them what they think of you. And, for me, I'm a coach. I do mostly health coaching. I do business mentorship coaching. We help people with a lot of things. And when you have another coach reach out to you and tell you how good you do, or that a client of yours said how fantastic you were, that is really, really inspiring, right? It's a good feeling. The fourth thing that he would look for was quickness. So he actually looked for this as the first athletic ability, because if you were very quick, he could teach you more things. If you were slow, it's going to be hard to teach you quickness. He wanted his team to be the fastest and wear out other teams, and they would then therefore be able to get more turnovers. Very, very smart in the game of basketball, right? So they would full court press. So they would constantly push the team to wear them out. And he knew if they were the fastest team, they would always beat them to the ball. So very smart. And then the fifth one is talent. He would actually look for talent. And within that talent, he was also looking for their sweet spot. So this might apply to you in life. Like, you have certain gifts, you know, you have things that you lack in. So are you working in your sweet spot? Because most of us tend to focus where we're not great. But if you can find your sweet spot, and as an analogy for basketball, if you can shoot from that position every time, that is where you are going to be so successful. And that's where you're going to shine. And you can get help in the other areas. You can have a team in the other areas that don't serve you as well. So I just wanted to share that I've been going through a lot of John Wooden with my coaching team and really helping them look at and analyze. And so if you are a coach, business, someone that hires someone, recruits people, you need to have a good idea of who you are looking for, which means you also need to have a good idea of who you're not looking for. Disqualifying and qualifying someone is one of the best things that you can do to not waste your time. Super, super important. And if you look at very successful people, they're extremely good at this. So I hope this was helpful. As a recap, that is a summary of John Wooden, the 5 things that he would look for when he was recruiting athletes. He's a fantastic guy. If you can listen to any of his interviews, I think you would really, really enjoy him. He is just such a breath of fresh air, and his knowledge will benefit you in your life, I promise. If you haven't followed along, please follow. Feel free to share this with a friend. We really appreciate you sharing and helping us grow this platform here.